Welcome back to another tutorial. This is a concept that I know a lot of people struggle with, and I definitely did the first time I had to do it, but this is going to be saving data with TXT files. Usually my videos are like 1 to 2 minutes, just kind of show you the lines you need, and then I move on. But this one, there's a lot of bugs that come with it, and you have to create a TXT file. So I'm just going to walk you through step by step of what's going on. All the code is in the description, so if you need to copy and paste a few lines, or if you feel like you know what's going on, it's in there. So yeah, let's get into it. I wrote a little example program to kind of illustrate my point here, to help walk you through the code. So it's a to-do checklist thing, and say I'm next to some water. So say I need to drink water today. It's going to submit, it's going to replace it, and then in the TXT file right here, it's going to add the drink water. It wasn't in there before. And let's just say I want to work out too. I'll show you it's updating. Bang, it's added, and then if I rerun this program, it's going to save that data and remember it, and then still there. It's because it's reading from this file, and it's separating them into different events. So yeah, let's get into the code of how I did that. Imports at the top, basic elements. Here's the constructor of the setting up the GUI every time you run it. So very important line. It starts with this array list. The reason I use an array list and not an array if you're first getting into coding is array lists are appendable, meaning that they don't have an exact length, a set length you have to initiate at the beginning. So it's good because you can append the amount of to-do list tasks at any moment. So I use an array list. And then this line right here is reading from the TXT file and getting exactly what every single thing is, and getting, so from 76 to 40 are the very important lines. If you want to read more up on buffer readers, go ahead, but it's just reading in these events task by task. Very cool stuff. But if you just want the actual how to do it, here it is. So yeah, it's reading from this todo.txt right here. If you don't know how to create a file, we can start from scratch here. Let's call it, there's already a video on, but let's do video.txt. Cool. And then hi, bye, and Java. So it's trying to read from this file. So now let's try to read from the one we just made. So you're going to go to copy path of reference. Go on, update. Cool. Copy path of reference. And then I always like doing it from the content root. Anytime you export a project, you're probably going to have the SRC in it, especially if you're just starting out coding. So you can do this content root a safe way, and it's going to work every time. So let's go into here. Now we're doing the video one we just made. And if we rerun this, let me make sure it's good. You're always going to need a blank line below. That's another bug you might run into. But yeah, if we rerun this, it should pull up the hi bye Java thing we just made. Yep, cool. So that's the checklist for the day. And yeah, so it's reading it in, it's trying to read it in. It's getting line by line. It's reading the line. While there's more lines, it's going to keep doing it. And then close the buffer reader at the end. And then once it has all the different tasks separated, it's going to make a little string array of all of them. And then that's how it makes these labels set to the things from the file. It's just using the string array. Now that we know how to read from the file, I'm going to show you how to write to it. So yeah, going down into this action performed class. So every time you hit the submit button, it's the only source we have on the GUI so far. So every time you hit the submit button, these are the lines of code that get ran. From here to here is saving to the file. So first off, you're going to go and get whatever's written in this text field. So yeah, this is the answer text field, and it's getting the text from it. And then it's going to try to write to the file. Right now I have it to the to-do.txt file. You can write to whatever you want it to. What is that? I think it's called video. Still save an SRC. So yeah. So now we're going to try to write to the video.txt. These are the lines that do it, and it's going to print the line, this taster file that we just wrote, and it's also going to let me know in the terminal whatever I did just got saved to the file. And the final thing here is this is more just for the exact program, but if you're writing a program that also is going to use this method to update labels, this is how I did it. So let me show you through doing this. There's something very unique about what you need to do here. So let's just do final. Submit it. You see how final gets put at the top, and then hi got bumped off, Java got bumped to 2, and bye got bumped to 3. So the way I do it is these 3 lines right here. So this is save label 1, this is save label 2, and this is save label 3. Notice how 3 is at the top and not 1. This is because the order that you're replacing the labels needs to be in descending order. Because if you had 1 at the top, they're all going to be replaced by what 1 is, and they're all going to be the same, or it's going to be off. So you need to go 3, 2, 1, if you're doing it in order of like, I don't even know, whatever you're trying to save, it needs to be in descending order. And then the final line is just setting the text to blank. That's all there really is to it. If you have any questions, please comment them down below. I'm more than willing to help somebody out go through a bug. When I first started programming in Java, this is something that I really wanted to do. I was looking through like database strategies and a bunch of different other methods to try to save data. And I wish I knew it was this simple. So I'm happy this tutorial exists now for new programmers. I'll be reading the comments if you have any other tutorial suggestions. But besides that, that's all I have for today. So have a good one, and I hope this helped. Quick editor's note, when I'm going to put all the code in the description of the video, if you wanted to copy and paste a few of the lines, YouTube won't let me put these little angle brackets into the description. So I'm just going to get rid of this line and then add a to-do. And then say check the end of the video for this line. So yeah, that's the only thing that's weird. It's going to give you a bug down here, but just go back and look at the line. I can't give it to you to copy and paste, obviously, because it's in the description. But yeah, that's the only thing I couldn't put in there. So I hope that helps. And I hope you see this. If you're running into a bug, I'll just put something about like check the rest of the video for a bug. So yep, hope that helped and have a good one.